Hi, everybody. This is Spiritual Teacher for You. My name is Cassie. And I got a message earlier while I was grounding. I don't know why I said it all weird. While I was grounding outside earlier, I just had the strongest urge when I was outside to sit on the ground like I felt like my legs were like gonna collapse underneath me. It was like nature was like, girl, ground. Today does feel emotional. It feels heightened. It feels reflective. It also feels like the energy is scattered, but for a reason. It's almost like you're not supposed to go in a linear direction. It feels like you're supposed to do something here, then something over here, then something here, and then it kind of all comes together, okay? But while I was grounding, I was just touching the earth, the dirt. I was rubbing my fingers in it, and I was just thinking, like, my train of thought was just going down, like, what actually is dirt? What's dirt made up of? And I have yet to look that up. And then it kind of made me think of sand, and sand is just eroded rocks and minerals and all those things, seashells and just grinded down with erosion and friction and all that. And so why isn't dirt kind of the same thing? So it's like, well, is dirt just rock that has eroded? Maybe I'm being silly here. Maybe, you know? Yeah, so that's what dirt is. Is the same thing as sand, just mixed in with other things. And it's been grounded down. So, and then I just got this image of, or like I saw, like, and then so I'm trying to do it linear, but see, I feel like scattered now. And this feels like your energy, 222 on the timestamp just then. Um, so I saw like Antarctica and how, that's when things don't grow, because I saw like the grass growing up, and like what it took for grass to grow, and that the grass is the lowest like plant to the ground, and moss and that kind of stuff. And then I was thinking, that in extreme cold, nothing really can survive, or they have to adapt like crazy to be able to survive, right? And then and then I was like, but with just the right temperature and everything, plants start growing and life starts happening. But then when you keep going, the temperature keeps rising, then it becomes too extreme again, and it burns everything off, right? So it's almost like extremes. What was the exact phrase? I meant to come in and write it down, but like I said, the energy has been so scattered today. Um, Extremes are where nothing happens, or something like that. Like, nothing happens in the extremes, or nothing can survive in the extremes. So there's this message of things needing to be, um modern keeps coming to my head, but that's not it. um Guys, see, I don't know, the energy of today is just very scattered. Let me know if you've also been feeling that energy. um I'm sure with the planetary alignments going on, and I would just sit here and look it up for you, but I don't feel like this message is supposed to go into all that. I may do a separate video on what's going on with the planets and the moon and everything right now, and why the energy's so weird. But for now, I feel focused on the message of, y'all, what is the word? Moderation. Moderation, not modern. Okay, 4:40 on the clock. That is so interesting. I actually came in here to do this reading at 4:40, and now I just saw 4:40 and 44, you guys, with that zero. Oh my god, it's so obvious to me that that is building a solid foundation before this new adventure begins. Like, zero is the Fool in tarot, and the Fool is literally a new level, right? It's you brand new. You're brand new at this new level of life, okay? And for some of you, maybe you're in your 40s, or you just had a milestone birthday. But 40, the number 40 is really coming strongly there. So there's something about your 40s that are important. This is like literally with the change of the decade or the change of your birthday, something revolving around your birthday is like you're on a new level now. But the 44 is reminding us to, we have to get a solid foundation. Okay, but that's where I want to go into tarot. What is this solid foundation in? Like, is it money? Is it in ourselves? Is it in our spiritual beliefs? Is it, what is it, you know? What is this solid foundation in? So I'm asking the collective's guides right now. Spirit, Mother Gaia, yes. Nature. I feel another presence now. It feels very strong of a, like, presence that is like overarching. So archangels is coming. Yeah, archangels. So yeah, I definitely feel Archangel Michael now, and Seraphim. Hold on. Okay, so I think what I was thinking was Seraphina, but Seraphim is a character in the Forgotten Realms of Dungeons and Dragons. It's also a character in a science fiction series. It's a Turkish wine, and it's a sailing vessel. So the one that's really jumping out to me out of those is the Forgotten Realms. So I feel like for someone here, there is something that you have forgotten that you're about to remember. I'm getting some throat and like heart chakra stuff here. So there's something that you have put on the back burner, but it's coming back up for your attention again. Okay? Now I want to look up Seraphina. And it feels biblical, even though there's a movie called Seraphina about a young South African lady struggling for freedom during the apartheid. While she has remained relatively silent in her opposition of the racist government in her country, the movement to make the language of Afrikaans the official language in her school leads her to protest in the streets with her fellow students. So it's obvious to me that this is a message of standing up for what you believe in. But also, Seraphina in the Bible is Seraphim. It comes from Seraphim. But I said Seraphim. Okay, I see now. Which refers to a type of celestial being or angel. It's definitely Seraphim. Specifically those with 6 wings who attend to God's throne. The name Seraphina itself is a Latinized form of this Hebrew word. Okay, so yeah, because I was feeling the archangels and then I heard Seraphim. But anyways, yeah, you see, that doesn't, anyways, you guys, I feel so clumsy now. Okay, so a card did come out, and our question was, what do we need to build a solid foundation for, or in, or what? And we've got King of Cups. So this is emotional maturity. This is emotional depth. This is emotional awareness, emotional mastery. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So I'm definitely getting some Pisces and Scorpio and Cancer energy from this. Mainly Pisces, to be honest. I'm feeling a lot of emotion, a lot of water here, water signs. You could have water signs in your chart, but this is definitely emotional maturity that needs to happen. Emotional awareness is what I'm hearing. So realizing what you're feeling and then allowing. So it's like a step process, right? So there's feeling the emotion, acknowledging the emotion that you're feeling. Okay, I can't tell if I'm butting up against this or not. Okay, let me just let it flow. Some of you may question why you're feeling this way, why you're feeling that way, where it's stemming from, which requires a bit of honesty with yourself, right? Okay. And then there's release. So you feel the emotion, you acknowledge the emotion because it's there to guide you, because it's pointing to something that you have not dealt with yet or that you're dealing with currently. And then you release that emotion, because if you keep it in your body, then you get triggered, and then physical illness becomes a real thing that you will experience. Okay. I had a thought. I've been seeing a lot of parents and just hearing with back to school that kids aren't feeling good already. And I know I know the very logical, practical people would say, well, yeah, you get a bunch of strange people together and you're sharing and touching things in a classroom, then yeah, you're going to spread germs. And yet you live with your family in the summertime and kids won't be sick at all, or they'll go to the store and touch things and never get sick. So it's like, why do they all of a sudden get so sick when they go to school? And it really has, even me as a teacher of 15 years, I got sick every year at the beginning of school. Teachers would drop like flies at the beginning. And and so yes, of course, I acknowledge the fact. There's a light over there flickering. Okay. I don't think Spirit wants me to go into that right now. Yeah, because I got totally distracted and I have no more passion for talking about that. So I'm going to move on, you guys. I'm going with the flow of the energy there. All right. So, yes, emotional awareness, emotional maturity, emotional honesty. Like, honesty is probably the biggest block I feel for some of you, where when it comes to emotions and why you're feeling some way, the reason behind it. Why are you angry? Why are you sad? Why are you mad? Why are you disappointed? Why are you jealous? Why are you feeling spiteful? Like, where is this feeling coming from? And really get to the root of it, I'm hearing. Really get to the root of it. And yeah, I'm noticing how that king, even though he's in this kind of, choppy water, he's on solid foundation. So he can handle the choppy water. All right, Pentacles. I knew that was going to come up. 7 of Pentacles. So this is laying a solid foundation with your finances. Getting organized, investing, saving, focusing on paying things off, focusing on getting to a very solid place with finances, making an effort, making lifestyle changes in order to get there. And look, you don't have to be super, you can put some to the side for yourself for fun. There needs to be a balance here. Remember, extremes are where nothing happens. Extremes are where nothing happens. Okay. And I'm getting like some of you wondering what that means. And all I keep hearing is that, yes, you can get results from extremes. Because I keep thinking of somebody working out and doing like a contest and that kind of thing. But once it's over, once that contest is over, once your goal for doing an extreme thing is over, then you go back to being what you were before that, Extremes are not progress. Real progress. Extremes are not real progress. That feels very specific for someone. So there may be someone here who like, and that's it, you're setting yourself up for failure when you want to completely change your life all of a sudden to reach a goal. It's extreme. Okay, so yeah, someone here likes to go to extremes to reach goals, and it's like there has to be a middle ground. There has to be a balance, okay? So what else do we need to build a solid foundation for? Our emotions, our finances, what else? Ace of Wands. So this is our mind. Now we have air. Huh. Well, actually, this is fire, passion, opportunity, like, something beginning. But what really was jumping out at me was the cloud. So your thoughts behind something. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Oh, okay, we've got the Lovers here, and then we've got Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Wait a second here. So with the solid foundation, okay, and this is within yourself, I'm feeling, and normally the Lovers is a card of, it can be a card of love with a partner, but I'm feeling this is the love you have within. And that Ace of Wands is like, what is your motivation? What is driving you? What's your ultimate goal? The Spirit really wants you to like hone in on what's your purpose. What's going to make you happy? What's going to fulfill your wishes? What is going to be in those cups? What is the universe pouring into your cups? They need you to be specific. That's so interesting. Some of you, I feel like, have been very specific in the past, and your wishes weren't fulfilled to that specific wish, but something did come in, or that wasn't meant for you. That's what Spirit wants you to know. That now you have come far enough in your journey that you can be specific, and Spirit will deliver it to you. Because now you've grown, you've matured, you've awakened, you're more aware, you have clarity. You feel things. You know that there's more than what you thought there was before. My crown is lighting up, you guys. The Spirit's like, I feel like they're petting me right now. Like, yes, good. Like, that's the exact message I feel. But also I'm sensing that Spirit really wants you to feel them. They want you to be open to feeling them. Specifically feel. Any other way? No, I'm just getting feel. So you may be someone who has another spiritual gift, like seeing things or visualizing things, but they want you to focus on feel. And now I'm getting a lot to do with the chakras here. So they really want you to balance your chakras. It's very important to stay grounded and balanced. So that's part of that foundation, is to heal your chakras and rid of any blockages. That's what I'm getting now. I'm also seeing this painting I did. Hold on. Wow, I feel like this moment, this message is why I did this painting, because the solid foundation that this being is on, even though there's depth here, there's hidden things here, there's still more to be explored, but this wave, you're too solid here for this wave of emotion to come to you. So you're almost so vibrating so high and so connected, or Spirit's wanting you to get there, because this emotional wave that will be coming will not rock you. You will stand solid. Okay. And the 3 birds are really jumping out there as significant to me. 3 being a number of collaboration, communication, community, creativity, which, has everything to do with this. I feel like Spirit's giving me a message to get back into painting. So I haven't painted in a while. I feel like that might actually help me process some emotions and grief that I'm having. Okay, so what else, Spirit, do you want us to get foundations, solid foundations for? So emotions, our finances, solid within ourselves and what we want from the universe, what we want our wishes to be fulfilled. Not how, not when, but what. What do you want? What is happiness? What does happiness look like? What are you surrounded by when you're happy? What makes you happy? What fills you with joy? Take away society's expectations on you. Take away anybody's expectations on you. That's what you need to release, is any kind of obligations toward anyone else, because this is your life to live. Now, you may be, I just saw a parent, so you may be someone with a child, and so there's a lot to consider there. Okay, I'm getting to flip this card over. Okay, so it is important to get rest. Yes, with the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, it is so important to rest. And I feel like that's what I've been feeling, is the energy of people who feel guilty. Release that guilt. You need rest. We overwork ourselves. And when you give yourself balance to rest, you actually are more productive in less time. So you have more time to rest and have fun and do fun things. But when you overwork yourself because you think that you need to hustle in this life, then you are exhausted all the time and you have no reserves left to do anything else, and you're just running on fumes, and it's a miserable life. It's a miserable life, so you need rest. That's another solid foundation thing that you need, is rest. Wow. Thank you, Spirit, for all of this information. This is really good guidance, you guys. This is amazing. I really hope, if you are listening and you are here and this is resonating with you and you've been seeing those numbers that I mentioned earlier, 44, 440, 40, 414, 404, 22. I'm getting 22:50 on the clock now. Okay. Here we have the Sun. This is joy. This is happiness. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? And not being ashamed of what makes you happy. If playing video games makes you happy, then do it. But there's balance, y'all. There's balance. Moderation. If painting makes you happy, do it. If gardening makes you happy, do it. If exercising makes you happy, do it. Those are all very good things, right? Let's think of things that seem to make you happy. Okay, if drinking makes you happy, does it really? Because do you feel good afterwards? That's how you know if something really does make you happy. Is afterwards you think about it and you're like, oh, I still feel good about it. Yeah. I've never had that thought before. Here we've got the Hanged Man reversed. So there is a perspective change needed. And I'm saying big perspective change. Like surrendering your entire belief about what you think life should be like. There's a big surrender, I feel, in that. And with that comes a bit of heartbreak, because you're going to realize a lot of things that you've done unnecessarily. And it's going to make you sad that you ever treated yourself in such a way that you thought you had to and please all these people. And yeah, you're going to be walking away. You're going to be walking away. So now I feel like it's switched from now saying that if you do all of these things, that Spirit has guided you in, then this is leading to a completely life-changing moment of clarity. And you're going to realize who you want in your life and who you just can't tolerate anymore. And it's not that they're bad people, the people you can't tolerate. It's that they were draining you. They may not have known it, but they were draining you. And it's because you have something to drain, Like you have a good heart and they were attracted to your heart. But your tribe will come in here with this new perspective change, this releasing of people that are no longer vibing with you, but in comes your tribe now. 3 of Cups. And these are people who give you space to be you. They give you space to be you. It's so freeing. That's what freedom is the space to be you. Queen of Pentacles. This leads to, and specifically Queen of Pentacles. This is very earthly, like earth goddess I'm getting almost. Like, very in tune with earthy things. So practical things, but like, you're almost magical with it. I see you using the energy of earth and your earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I see you using your earth energy to relate to people in a practical, pragmatic way, even though you yourself are very highly elevated spiritually. So using this feminine, earth energy, almost like Mother Gaia's energy, to relate to people and to nurture and care for others. Yeah, a very caring tribe you have. Wow, that's so beautiful. So beautiful. 2727 on the clock. I've been getting numbers like that lately as well. 1212. I feel like there's another one. 1111, of course. Okay. Yeah, 6 of Swords. You're definitely moving on. You're moving on from such a rough way of living. Like it's freeing. And and this kind of confirms that some of you listening may have a child. I definitely feel that some of you are parents. And so it's taking you so long because you feel like the risk to do something extreme by surrendering. Okay, let's look into that real quick. Is surrendering an extreme? Is surrendering an extreme? Let's see what we get here. Four of Pentacles. Okay, now I'm getting it. So surrendering is an extreme, but it can be done in steps. It can be done in phases. So you don't have to completely change your life, but surrendering sets a spark, sets a signal into the universe saying, I'm ready for change. That's the difference. So it is an extreme. Well, it doesn't have to be. And I think people think it will be. And so it can seem very intimidating to surrender everything you ever believed in. But really what happens is you've now changed your vibration into new territory where you start to trust that Spirit's got you, that you no longer can control anything, so you surrender. You realize that your way of thinking may not actually be the truth, that it may not actually be real. It's just you thought it was the truth based on your past experiences. So it's crazy how the light's coming in now. The sun. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Also, I got sunshine on my shoulder, sunshine on your shoulder. And there seems to be another one that wants to come out here. Sunshine on a happy day, and it's cold outside. I got the month of May, my girl. That's the one. That's the one that was trying to come out. 30:33 on the clock. You guys, when I say those numbers, they just kind of confirm the energy, along with if it confirms if you've been seeing those numbers, then, it kind of confirms that this reading might be resonating with you or for you. Okay? Yes. Anything else? No, I'm getting that is all from the tarot, but I am feeling another deck. My healing cards. Okay. These are my healing energy cards by Leanne Peters. I feel very connected to this deck because it was the first deck I used when I realized that I wanted to really focus on opening up spiritually. So it feels like the OG, kind of nostalgic. All right, we've got meditation. Yes. Specifically, I saw you meditating outside. I saw the collective meditating outside in the grass. Don't be scared to just sit in the grass, you guys. Yes, the grass will tickle your feet. It'll scratch your legs. There will be ants crawling on you. There will be bugs flying around. But I don't know. It doesn't bother me at this point when that happens. I almost feel connected to them, almost like, yeah, I'm here, go ahead and crawl over me to get to your destination. I'm part of Earth. And when they don't bother you, is when you're really connecting. That's the first time I've had that kind of thought, so that's really cool, actually. But meditation, and I'm seeing obviously the third eye right here, so meditation is very important. Even if you can only do 5 minutes, even if you can only do 1 minute, you guys, just start somewhere. And I think the best way to meditate when you're a beginner is by breathing. Because that relaxes your body. It puts oxygen into your body. It sends out a signal. It cleanses the air around you as you breathe in and out. I know some of you would say, you're putting carbon dioxide out there, so I don't think so. But there's just a cyclical nature happening, okay? Plants are important to be around when you're meditating. That's coming in very strongly. So I definitely feel earth energy. So very strong Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy. Pay attention to the signs and looking at challenges as opportunities. Oh, so yeah, okay. So my bed frame broke along with a shelf in my closet, just fell, like collapsed, and so I was like, okay, that's 2 things now that have collapsed. And so I just kind of like wanted to know what is happening, what's going on. And so I got that there needs to be a more solid, a sturdier base going forward. So that's why I was inspired to do this reading. And so I was like, normally I would have been devastated. Like I would have cried. I would have been like, oh my God, what am I going to do? But I was just like, why is this happening? Like, what could this mean? So I took the time to reflect on it. And then I asked my sister, like, what am I going to do now? And she was like, put a dresser in there. I was like, oh, that's actually a really good idea. So there was a solution. And then I realized that, like, this could have been a show, like a day stopper for me. I could have been just totally thrown off course and let it derail me completely. And I would have in the past. But now I'm just looking at like, okay, well now I get to put a dresser in there, which will actually save me some room in my bedroom. And then I don't know, I just saw it as an opportunity for new things to happen. And I also looked at it as maybe that means I need to get rid of some clothes because if my shelves are falling, that's too much weight. Okay. And then there's just more epiphanies. So almost looking at challenges as opportunities to learn. I am seeing spirals in the sage or the incense smoke here. Spirals are significant of leveling up or of like reflecting on what you are going through so you can learn from it that you can level up and grow and evolve. Okay. Cycles of change. Look at that, you guys. And there's that spiral again. So be open to messages and change. Go with the flow. Oh my gosh, that has definitely been something. And welcome the element of wind to help you through this time. So if you see the wind blowing outside, I'm getting to go outside and let the wind blow through your hair, around your neck, open your arms, and just kind of let it blow anything that's no longer necessary for you away and let it alchemize it the way it needs to. And then we have creation. This is creation energy, which is explosive and powerful, and it created the Big Bang, for my goodness sake. A window of opportunity exists. Welcome it into your life. Ignite your confidence to move to the next level. So their confidence is coming through strongly here. Confidence is not faking it till you make it. Confidence is knowing that you don't know everything, but moving forward knowing that you are being guided to go in that direction. Moving forward in confidence means you move forward knowing you're heading towards a goal and not knowing how or when or whatever, but just knowing that you want it and you're going to move forward and you're going to trust that the path will open up as you keep stepping forward. And that takes a lot of trust. It takes a lot of trust that a lot of people just can't seem to give. And so that is where the difference is between you growing and evolving and learning and getting all your desires, and the difference between settling for a much lesser quality life, honestly. A much more chaotic, unstable life. Okay? That feels like the end, you guys. So I'm gonna stop there. Thank you so much. I really enjoy the fact that I'm getting to come back and do readings for you guys, and thank you so much for listening and appreciating what I say and just reaching out and letting me know that it's meaningful to you. And if you don't want to reach out, but you do want to support this channel and these messages, then you can like or subscribe or share or comment, whatever, or just send good vibes, I'll take that too. So much love and light to you guys. Bye.